Thank you. I don't get back here enough, so being back in the athletics center and thinking back to all the Friday nights when Coach Beeline was coaching, and we were coming down here to support Paul's team with Wright and Hendo and Bill Smolinski and Bobby and that group. It's special to be back in this gym that, they kind of co-opted it, so our lacrosse practices took place between 10 and midnight back in those days, because it was the only place you could run around without snow on the field. I want to thank Matt Bassett and Steve Evans and the Hall of Fame committee, for John Dobberden for nominating me, and for the other members to believe in me and the work that we've done as founding fathers of the lacrosse program. And I think I'm more symbolic as an inductee when I include all my teammates that helped build, fund and build that weight room and build a program that now is the preeminent Division II lacrosse program in the country under Dan Sheehan's leadership. It's a thrill for me to share this experience with my wife Leslie and my sons Connor and James. My heart kind of sped up a little bit as we drove down Salt Springs Road on Thursday and took a ride through campus, and remember that this was a place that had 5 academic buildings, a couple of dorms, and for all of us athletes that were here, remember, we practiced on cow pastures out back that you could barely pick up a ground ball because of the holes in the fields, and what it's become through the leadership of the athletic administration from Rock to now Matt Bassett and the Dolphin Athletic Association. I know the second half of the video was more about my basketball career, and I'm often asked how someone who didn't play college or NBA basketball can rise to the position of general manager in the NBA. And even though I was probably unaware of it at the time, the seminal moment for me happened here, playing lacrosse at Moyne College. And it was formed with a group of guys through the vision of Tom Deal that had half a team of guys that had actually touched a lacrosse stick and a team of a bunch of guys that should have been playing intramurals because their careers ended because they couldn't hit a Jim DeShay's curveball, they couldn't keep Paul Galvin in front of them off the dribble, and they never touched a soccer ball. So myself, John Dobberden, Mike Cameron, Pete Marino, Kevin O'Connor, a bunch of guys got recruited to pick up a sport they'd never played, and we felt like we'd been given new life. You come to college and you think your athletics career is over, and there's a void there, especially for athletes that had played all through grammar school and high school. And Tom Deal creating a platform to fill that void and bring back the passion that we had for the camaraderie and the competition that comes with being an athlete, and the special feeling that you get by being on campus and being included with the other men's and women's teams and being in the dining hall together, and the van trips to godforsaken places that nobody would ever get to if there wasn't a game involved. And as Mary Regan and I were just talking about, finding out which player had a driver's license and was old enough to rent a van to drive the other van because the head coach was driving one and somebody else had to drive the other one, down to places like Salisbury and Randolph-Macon, and four to six guys in a room. And those experiences are what led me to a career change later in life. And I realized there was a void of passion in my life, and what I was missing was sports. And I got back involved in the game as a volunteer assistant basketball coach at the high school level. And it just grew. It grew from there, and mentors like Tim Gergerich, Sonny Vaccaro, Mike Dunleavy, Warren Legary, who's here today in support of me, which is incredible. Came all the way in from San Francisco on a coach flight, which I don't think he's done in 30 years. But he feels like life is now complete. He has seen Syracuse, New York. But it's a special place. And I don't think that any of the founding fathers of the lacrosse team had any idea where it would lead to teams like 2006, 2007, guys like Brandon Spillett, great players, guys playing in Major League Lacrosse, multiple national championships, and what that does for the image and the reach of the Jesuit university like Le Moyne, the success that we've had on the lacrosse field since those days with a bunch of knuckleheads running around where practice were in that back parking lot where they would plow the parking lot, and we had to practice in February with an orange ball to pull the ball out of snowbanks every time somebody missed a pass. And much like my basketball career, I didn't get involved in it because I thought it would end up becoming president of basketball operations of an NBA team and working at that level. I just knew that every day that I woke up, I was passionate about wanting to be involved with the game of basketball, be around coaches that shared that passion and the vision, mold young people's lives as players. And I think that's what I took away, and I hearken back to Moyne. Nobody, when we were going 0-13 or 1-12, believed that we could build this program and set the foundation for the greatest Division II lacrosse program in the nation. And we wouldn't have done it without the fact that we were all friends first, and we had a commonality and a purpose that went beyond just going to college, drinking Jenny Light, eating wings, and going to class occasionally. So for everything that everyone has done since we left in terms of building the fields, the infrastructure, the Dolphin Athletic Board, the Hall of Fame, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is a great honor for me. It's incredible that I share it with my family and friends. And on behalf of all of my teammates from that Founding Fathers group, we wouldn't be here if we didn't love this school and want to participate in as much and as many activities as humanly possible. So enjoy it while you're here. Paul said it. I will say it again. I said it to the Lax guys that were on hole 14 when we were playing golf. You don't know it yet, but this is going to be the greatest 4 years of your life. Enjoy every moment. And every time you think about you got a report due, you probably shouldn't go down and lift or play box or go out. Go do those things, because that's what you're going to remember, and that's what you're going to bring with you. So enjoy the rest of the ceremony. We'll go root for the women's soccer team and have a great weekend. Thank you.